It's a massive game, isn't it, for Mikel Arteta, because he's desperate to win a trophy with his team for the first time.
No, he's won one already.
With his team.
Yeah,
It was
that is his
Emery's team.
No, was he in charge at the time? Then it's his team.
Only just about.
Doesn't matter. It's his team. Carry on.
No, it's obviously a big game for. But who's it bigger for? Because you've won FA Cups, you haven't won the League Cup for a long time.
I think 92, 93 was the last time we won it.
Ages ago. But you've won trophies.
Yeah.
Newcastle, you've got to go back to the late, 60s?
Yeah, long. And they've had opportunities, got to cup finals.
Yeah, 69 I think it was.
Obviously, remember the situation with Man United run up to Kevin Keegan League. They've had chances to win trophies.
Yeah.
Just haven't taken it. But I think it's still big for both clubs. I think Arsenal
needs it more though, DB.
I mean, if you said who needs it more than as a football club, Newcastle, because they haven't won something for so long.
Okay.
But for this Arteta project, he needs to start stockpiling trophies. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of it, it's almost like the young club argument that you always say. He only won one Premier League. My counter argument to that is always, but look what else he won. At the minute, Arteta's got one FA Cup. There is no counter argument.
Is he underachieved, Arteta?
I wouldn't say he's underachieved, but it's getting to that
He
point.
hasn't. Sorry, you're saying he hasn't underachieved?
I wouldn't say he's underachieved, but
What is he? Achieved or underachieved?
No, but it's not underachieved. It's not just simple as black or white. It's about.
Oh, it is.
No, it's not. On the path to.
He has underachieved.
No,
hasn't he?
I'm not going down this.
Why can't you? Why?
No,
you spent 700 million. You've
no,
won one FA Cup.
Either way, I think that it's huge for him, and he needs to start stockpiling trophies so that come end of the season, if he's picked up a couple, even if he wins, I finish it. If he wins FA Cup and League Cup, you go. Okay, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, you bite his arm off for that.
Yeah, I'll take it. But at some point, you want a nice big un, didn't you? You want a big un.
I think you just need to win something under him.
Maybe. I mean, this fixture's going to be difficult. I'm under no illusions.
It's not. You can't win a tie. So you can't win through to the final in one tie, but you can certainly lose it tonight.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be going up to Newcastle 2 goals behind.
When you look at Arsenal against Newcastle as well, the last few fixtures have been they've won, we've won. How many games do you think Arsenal lost between March 2012?
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
And 27th of November 2021. So almost 10 years.
Why have you gone back to 2021?
It's a long period.
So 9 years.
Yeah.
Right.
How many games do you think Arsenal lost?
Of what? In total?
Yeah, against Newcastle.
Oh, against Newcastle. In 9 years. So on average, it's going to be 2 a year. So that's 18. Chuck in maybe 3 or 4 more. So I'll put 20. I'll put that to 25, that number. They've lost 3.
They lost once.
Oh, I nearly got there with that.
Yeah, and Arsenal won every single one of those. The others. No draws, won every single one. The last few, obviously Newcastle won, then Arsenal won, Newcastle won, Arsenal won, then there was a draw, Newcastle. It's been so topsy-turvy. It almost feels like at the minute, this is why I think this leg at home is crucial. Because Arsenal predominantly haven't done, I know a couple of seasons ago, they went up there and won 2-0, but haven't done particularly well up at St James's Park. Now, if the game's close, say it's 1-1, going back to St James's Park, I worry. Because that place is raucous. Like, I've played there nights, 3 o'clock kickoffs, whenever.
Yeah.
It's a hard place to go. So I think Arsenal have to be going up to St James's Park with something to hang on to.
Usually games are won and lost in a certain area of the park. It could be won and lost tonight in the midfield because Newcastle's midfield 3 of Bruno Guimaraes, Joe Linton and Sandro Tonali are, I think, up there with the best 3 of any club in the Premier League at the moment when everyone's playing. There's no Guimaraes tonight. He's missed, I think, 7 games in his Newcastle career since joining the Magpies, and every time he's been missing, they haven't won a game. That's a big miss for them tonight.
Yeah, it's huge because I am in total agreement with you. That 3 in the middle of the park is up there with the best of them in the Premier League because they've got everything. Tonali can play, Guimaraes can play, and Joe Linton. And
you
can
get nothing from Joe Linton.
I mean,
he's like a beast. You can't.
Honestly,
you'll always come off second best.
Trying to move him,
yeah.
Like, and all of them, which I like, they're all aggressive as well. So they almost feel like a little bit like Arsenal of old and Man United. You know when you get in there and it's like,
yeah, you just don't want to come up against them.
They're so powerful. So I think they're up there with the best 3 in the league. But Arsenal have to get a result tonight. I think. I think if Newcastle somehow walk away with a draw, or if they walk away winning, say 2-1 or something, I would fear for that reverse leg because that place will be. They'll smell blood. Yeah, those Geordies.
Alexander Isak, of course, will be playing tonight. Lots of eyes on him. He's been linked to Arsenal, one of the clubs he's been linked to. Does it make a difference? You've been in that situation before when you're playing against a team you've been linked to. Does that make any difference?
A little bit. Gives you a little bit more. You think, okay, I know these would like to have me. So you're not in the shop window because you think one game is not going to define whether Arsenal buy him or not. They're not going to suddenly go, oh, he was brilliant in that one game against us, so we'll take him. It's what he's been doing.
Of course, you're right.
The last couple of seasons. But he'll feel that. He'll want to show everyone how much of a good player he is. And plus, it's a big game. So again, he wants to step up and show everyone that he can produce the goods in a big game. But it's going to be fascinating. But I do think, and I stand by, Arsenal have to take a lead going up to St James's Park.
Is one go enough? Would you take 1-0? Now.
I mean, I'd take it because it's a win, but I don't want that.
No.
Like if you offered it me now without playing, I'd say no.
Okay. Listen, we'll take calls on that. If you go into the game, Newcastle and Arsenal fans, 037172233. And for one other question I want to ask you, Benny, it's a tie over 2 legs. The second leg will be in a month's time.
Yeah.
Is that a little bit silly?
A little bit because the distance between the 2 games, the amount of players you could have back, the amount of players that might get injured in that time as well. Not a quick turnover as well.
Should we just have one game now for a semi-final of a competition?
I think whoever comes out the hat first, they are at home. And
so irrelevant of neutral ground?
No, unless... No.
Go on, what are you going to say?
No, it doesn't matter. Whoever comes out...
what were you going to say?
Doesn't matter. Whoever comes out first...
But what were you going to say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Whoever comes out first, I think should get that tie.
What were you going to say?
Nothing.
You're going to say unless it's a small team, right? No. What were you going to say?
Doesn't matter.
No, I'm curious though.
It doesn't matter.
The listed millions want to know. Was it something really stupid?
They weren't stupid, but no. I just think whoever comes out first should get the home tie.
Okay. And then after 90 minutes, straight to penalties?
Yeah, not extra time. Straight to penalties.
No, I agree with you.
Do you know what it is? I would probably go against that argument if there wasn't such a fixture congestion pile up in the league and the Champions League and the Europa Conference League and the Europa League. There's just so many competitions that people just can't fulfil squads.
If they had the semi-finals of the League Cup at Wembley like they do the FA Cup.
Yeah. I don't really like that either.
Oh, yeah, but I grew up, probably you did as well, with that neutral ground for the semi-final, either Villa Park or...
Old Trafford. Or even... Was Middlesbrough never won, was it?
Leeds United did a few.
I can always remember Villa Park and Old Trafford.
Yeah, Arsenal Highbury did quite a few. Yes, Spurs did a couple of them.
See, I wouldn't mind that. But
Ellen Road did some.
I don't see the point in getting to the semi-final at Wembley and the final at Wembley.
No, I agree with you. I mean, predominantly it was to pay off Wembley, right?
Yes, I understand that. But it is definitely that's the showpiece. That's the centre. You work hard to get to that point.
Yeah, as a footballer, it's like, did you play at Wembley? Yes, I got to the final. Because I got to the semis.
If you're a lesser club that gets to a semi-final and you're playing at Wembley anyway, there's your day out.
Yeah, so for smaller clubs, it's worth it, right?
Yeah, but no, come on, final Wembley.
Okay, listen, we'll take calls in it. We've got it live on talkSPORT. Build-up begins when we come off at 7. The match starts at 8, and then the boys on the sports bar will be taking your calls. How do you see the game going tonight? KG, what sort of sides do you think both teams will
I think they'll go quite strong, but it's going to be cagey. I think it's going to be really cagey. Newcastle will be hard to beat, as per usual, well drilled.
Here's a question.
Might come down to a set play.
Here's a question.
Which we're very good at.
This is a great question. Would you rather win your next 2 games in the Premier League and lose these 2, or win the next 2 games in this competition, 2 semi-finals, get through the final, but lose your next 2 league games?
No.
Well, I've just asked you a question. You said no.
No, I don't.
Which one are you taking?
No, because there's no guarantees to win the final.
No, but you're in the final. You've got one off game.
No. I'd rather just win the 2 Premier League games.
All right, let me ask you this question. Would you take second in the League Cup now if I gave it to you at the end of the season? Done.
No, I need to give me second in the FA Cup. I'll take that.
No, I'm giving you the League Cup. Would you take League Cup glory?
And second behind Liverpool? Yeah, we have to. I'll take a trophy. I wouldn't want it, but I'll take it.
You take that now?
Yeah. I'm not taking anything now.
You just said, yeah, I'll take it.
No.
Right, I'll ask you again. If I gave it to you now, clip my fingers, the season ends, and I give you the League Cup final.
And second, no, I don't want that.
Hold on. You smash Spurs in the final.
Don't want that, because there's still FA Cup's still up for grabs, League Cup's still up for grabs, Champions League's up for grabs, and the league.
So you could finish second and nothing, but I'm giving you the League Cup in second.
No, but all we could have, first and everything.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.